city of 400,000 people has been wiped off the map. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll see the shocking aftermath of one of the most powerful cyclones ever recorded and discover why this disaster is a terrifying warning sign for the entire Indian Ocean region. Cyclone Gezani slammed into Madagascar's main port of Toamasina with the force of a freight train, leaving total chaos in its wake. At least 31 people are dead, crushed in their collapsing homes. But here's the twist. This is the second catastrophic storm to hit the island in just 10 days. Meet Colonel Michael Randrianarina, the country's military leader. He seized power just months ago, and now he's facing a crisis that he says exceeds Madagascar's capabilities alone. He described a scene of utter devastation, with nearly 75% of the city destroyed. The cyclone hit with winds of 250 kilometers per hour, ripping roofs from 90% of the houses and plunging entire neighborhoods into darkness as power lines snapped like twigs. For residents like Haramanga Ranivo, the experience was pure terror. He told Reuters he had never experienced winds this violent, describing how metal doors and windows were being violently shaken. The Disaster Management Office reports total chaos, with houses collapsed in the impact zone where the bodies were found. And here's the part that will blow your mind. Forecasters say this landfall was likely one of the most intense ever recorded around Toamasina in the entire satellite era. This isn't just bad weather. This is a climate catastrophe unfolding in real time. The National Office for Risk and Disaster Management has been evacuating dozens of injured and hundreds of residents from the district. But the scale is overwhelming. What happened is a disaster, the colonel told AFP. The current situation exceeds Madagascar's capabilities alone. This is a direct plea for international help from a nation on its knees. And then, something shocking happened. Just as rescue efforts began, the Meteorological Service delivered more grim news. While Gezani has weakened to a moderate tropical storm, it is now moving inland, about 100 kilometers north of the capital, Antananarivo. It's crossing the Central Highlands before heading out to sea again tonight. This means the crisis is spreading, threatening more communities with flooding and destruction. But here's what nobody's talking about. The terrifying pattern. Gezani is the second cyclone to hammer Madagascar this year. It comes just 10 days after Tropical Cyclone Faisha killed 14 people and displaced over 31,000. Two monster storms, 45 lives lost, tens of thousands homeless, all in less than 2 weeks. The cyclone season in this part of the world normally lasts from November to April with about a dozen storms, but the intensity and frequency we're seeing now is unprecedented. Some boats were left grounded, trees were uprooted, districts are without power. The images show a landscape stripped bare. The implications are massive. This isn't just a story about Madagascar. It's a warning. If warming oceans are fueling storms of this magnitude, every coastal nation in the Indian Ocean, including Kenya's coastline, could be next. The controversy is clear. Some will call this a natural disaster. Others will point to the climate crisis and ask what the world is doing to prepare. The unanswered question hangs in the air. With a new storm season every year, how many more cities will face total chaos? We started with a city wiped off the map. Now we see a nation struggling to survive back-to-back climate disasters. Do you think the international community is doing enough to help nations like Madagascar? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking global news.